Hello, and welcome to A Pair of Dice Lost podcasting channel. My name is Brendan. My pronouns are he, him. And today I am joined by...
Hey there, guys. My name is Tyler. Pronouns are he, him. I'm going to be playing Riki, the fire-aspected street exorcist.
Hi, everybody. My name's Christina. I will be playing Ellion. My pronouns are she, her, and Ellion's pronouns are they, them. They are a water-aspected investigator.
Hi, everyone. My name's Cody. Pronouns are he, they, and I play Devine, the air-aspected shady businessman.
Hi, my name is Britt, and I play Resh Ferris. My pronouns are she, her, as well as Ferris's. She is a wood-aspected dragon-blooded who has a familiar named Zeke, who is a ferret, and she's kind of a performer, petty theft.
And this is Exalted, like a dragon-blooded.
Ellion's gonna listen to Sora, look in his eyes, evaluate the facial tics as he sits and blatantly lies to their face. Calmly stand up and move away from him, hands still on the shoulders. I understand. Thank you. Flips him around, grabs him by the shoulders, and Sparta kicks him over to Devine and Riki. He's lying. He's going to keep doing it. If you want to handle it, I have to take my home to a brother.
Bury him out in the desert?
Yeah, but I want to save a piece of him.
Full pipes up. Of what piece?
No. You've already lied to us once. Don't lie to us again or else I'm taking both of them. Which hand did you use to,
So before this whole conversation happens, I'm just going to insert this here. Ellion's just going to, calm down a little bit, turn to Mai. Let's go see your brother. He misses you and is worried about you. And let them handle all this. Does that sound good?
She nods, and you two go to head out of the room while they discuss this.
Ferris, would you like to come with?
Ferris is gonna kind of look at the guys, and then look at Ellion. Sure. Although, it might be better if I stay just in the building for a little bit longer. And I'm just gonna kind of gesture to, all of me.
That's fair.
But I'll wait outside the room. I'll wait out here for them. I'll let them handle it.
Yeah. I hear, just go upstairs, take yourself a nice bath, and relax, and maybe, plug your ears.
Brendan, how long is it going to take me to go down from glowing?
About 15 minutes.
So, we're going to take a couple of back roads, very slowly. Just so they just gesture. So this isn't as prominent.
Oh, it's probably been about 10 minutes after this whole conversation has been happening. So I'd say probably about another 5. Also, since you're glowing, you can't stealth.
That's why I said we're going to take some back roads and try to be discreet, but not stealthing discreet. And just slowly make our way towards her home until I'm good again.
I will get to you in just a moment. While that you guys are given the opportunity to do whatever that you want with this guy, Bilar does pipe up. So, either you guys can take the fall for this, or I got some guys in town who can dispose of a body real quick. You don't have to worry about anything, so Thanos doesn't have to get on your shit list, and, you don't know anything.
Riki will just look to Devine.
I was going to deliver the hand to Thanos as a gift. Let him know his loose end's been tied up.
I'll make sure that we deliver it to you.
Appreciate it, boss.
Mighty kind.
I figure if I'm the one who's in charge, I may as well be the one to get to take some of the burden of sin off of you guys.
Messy work, ending a life. Messy work.
Well, you know what?
They don't think it be like it is, but it do.
How very true. However, his boss did decide that he wanted to try to take the life of one of my men. So I'm going to show him what happens when a real boss decides to take things in their own hands. And you guys are free of this dirty business.
Well, My next order of business is to gather the girls and boys and everyone in that works for the Bountiful Bear and discuss how we're gonna change our rebrand our business.
Oh, yeah, that sounds great. We can certainly discuss that in a little bit. Hey, Tyler, I do have a real quick question for you.
Hey, buddy.
What was that spell that you picked up?
Purifying Flame?
Christina, as you and Mai begin to exit the Bountiful Bear, you notice that she has a little bit of a cough to her. Well, you know what? Honestly, with how perceptive and a very good detective that Ellion is, you notice the little flecks of blood on her mouth that she tries to wipe away.
Ellion's going to kind of pull her off to the side away from everybody. And at this point, I've deactivated everything that's not my glowing anima, so I'm not doing anything to her otherwise. Just pull out a little handkerchief and... Is that something we need to be worried about?
I don't know. Before the pretty person showed up, Sora made me drink something. It smelled very sweet, but it had it didn't taste good.
Ellion's gonna kind of, not very versed in medicine, but pretty damn good at, like, investigating and picking up clues and stuff, is gonna kind of very gently, like, touch her ribs, like, look at her throat to see if it's swollen, like, feel if, like, her muscles feel off, just kind of do, like, a full physical, and just letting her know before they touch her in any spots, just so that she's aware.
I would say this sounds like an intelligence and investigation check to me. As I believe that you don't have anything in medicine, I assume.
Nah, bro. Nah.
All right. It's going to be an intelligence and investigation check. I'm going to say that because you don't have anything in medicine, though, I'm going to say that it is going to be a difficulty 7 to discern exactly what's going on. And with the little thing there, I'll give you two dice for the stunt.
I would like to use my excellency for investigation. And it's 2 motes per success. And if I remember correctly, it goes up to what dots you have in it, correct?
It is, how many dots do you have in investigation?
5.
And do you have a specialty in investigation?
Yes, but it's for crime scenes. And I don't know if her body technically counts as a crime scene, but where she was at counts as a crime scene when she drank this.
Where that she was at does count as a crime scene. Are you going to take her back into the room?
At this point, probably, if, because I don't know medicine as this character very well. I just kind of wanted to get her away from potential torture and dismemberment. But if there's something wrong with her, she needs to go back in there so I can look around at shit.
Okay. In that case, then, as soon as she coughs, you kind of turn her around, knowing that some of the other people in there are a little bit more versed in things, and your brain kind of starts doing that Sherlock thing of, like, all the numbers and, like, leaping to sudden conclusions as that you know that you need more information. As you're bringing her back, you can see that Resh Balar has tied up Danik Sora's hands behind him and is leading him out and towards, probably a secret room that he's aware of. Or just a room that's easy to clean up.
The elevator. Ellion's just going to kind of watch Danik Sora go, slight smile, and go back into the room with everybody else. So, I think something's wrong with Mai. It looks like Sora made her drink something out blood. So, someone more versed than I am, can you give her a once-over while I try and, I guess, case the room?
Ricky's eyes kind of dart open really quick. Yeah, why don't you take a seat over here? I'm gonna have her sit down in a chair away from all the mess. I guess I would like to roll a medicine roll again, like asking her very emergent medicine questions, like very important things, like, "Hey, can you breathe? Okay? How long have you been coughing up blood? Is there any other extreme problem? Any trouble sleeping? Is your heart beating really fast? Like emergent medical questions."
She answers them very quickly. I just started. My heart's been fast since everyone came into the room, and I haven't had trouble breathing, but now that you mention it, my chest is a little tight.
I'll ask questions about the thing that she was made to drink. Any other specific details I might be able to suss out about it?
Yeah, so essentially, I imagine Ellion kind of gave her like a little bit of a once-over before bringing her back in, being like, I don't know what I'm doing with this. This is not my area of expertise. I investigate places, not people like this. And just kind of ushers her over to Riki. As Ricky's just giving her the list of questions, Ellion's just going to kind of start looking around the room, seeing if there was any like weird summoning circles done, anything that looks kind of ritualistic in nature, looking under things, knowing that they're looking for something like a vial or a cup or a canteen or anything in particular. Danik didn't have a shirt on, doesn't mean he didn't have something in his pocket, so I don't find anything around here like that. That's the next place I'm going. Is going to go rip his pants off to look at his pockets.
A gross way to end a stunt, but I'll definitely give you a 2-dot stunt for that.
And then we were talking about how the motes per successes for the excellency would work.
Yes, so you're allowed to spend a number of motes equal to your ability score, including the specialty. So if you have 5 in investigation plus crime scene, which I'd say would apply to here, you can spend up to 6 motes for an excellency.
Cool. So I'm gonna blow those 6 out of my personal to give me 3 extra successes. And then I would roll, you said perception and investigation or intelligence investigation?
Depends. How quick do you want to do this?
Honestly, with her coughing up blood, I don't want to take like my sweet ass time doing it, but like a little bit of time, if that makes sense.
I feel like that perception and investigation would be the one.
That's fine, because that still gives me 9 dice plus having a specialization gives me an extra 1, right?
Yes.
So I get to roll 10 dice with 3 automatic successes.
Is that including the stunt dice?
Oh, not including the stunt dice. So 12 dice plus 3 successes.
12 dice plus 4 successes. I gave you a 2-dot stunt for having a weird ending to that.
Then maybe I'm only going to use 4 motes of essence instead of the 6. Save a little bit.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. Seeing as that this was very recently the site of a very, I don't want to say a very bloody battle, but there were 2 murders that occurred here. But can you really count Fae and Anathema as people? I would say that would, well, that 8 successes are going to do it. I was going to say the difficulty was going to be a 5.
Yeah, so 8 successes plus the 3 automatic, so 11 successes.
Oh, 11 successes will absolutely do it. You look around the place and kind of go through the battle in your head and realize that your eyes were tracking a moving vial the entire time. You just didn't have time to think about it. As you realize, as you have this sudden, quick-witted realization, you more or less probably drop to the floor, grab the vial that's moved underneath the bed, and then pull it out. There is still a gross-looking liquid within that has a sweet smell to it.
Kind of doing the whole thing where you don't just directly smell a foreign substance, just kind of taking the hand and wafting it to their nose just to kind of see if they recognize the scent a little bit more than just it's sweet smelling.
Depends. What's Ellion's relation with the occult?
I think I've got at least one dot in occult. Give me a second. I have 1 dot in the occult.
Oh, that's not what I was asking. Has Ellion ever met a demon?
I'm gonna say probably not.
I mean, there was that one time that my demon came out while they were standing there.
Didn't we also fight a demon like our first session?
Yes, the whole Lympha encounter, there was that.
The Lympha worm is more of a very weird creature. I wouldn't call it a demon per se. Demon worshippers and demons are two different things.
That's probably about as close as Ellion's gotten to demon-esque stuff, really, then. So if they don't recognize the scent, they're kind of gonna go around the room. Can you guys waft this and see if you recognize the smell? I don't know it offhand.
Riki extends a hand out for it.
I mean, I'm gonna give it to whoever wants to try and identify it, since I don't know it clearly. And I'm also just gonna kind of keep going around the room to see if there's anything else that might be pertinent to helping them figure this out.
Nothing comes to mind that would be pertinent to helping you figure this out, but there were some other things that you'll get from that roll that I'll get to you after the more pressing matters accomplished. Riki, you extend your hand out for the vial. You, with a higher than average occult, I'd say, and having been a member of the Immaculate Philosophy, even if only briefly, as well as, now being a practiced sorcerer, can recognize a poison with magical properties almost at a glance.
Yeah, I'm gonna smell it, Brenda.
That sounds like weirdly a perception and medicine roll to me.
Okay. Is this it? Is this a medicine roll that I succeed at?
With three successes, you can't identify the exact nature of the poison outside of that it is from the demonic realm.
All right, this is going to be a little gross, but I taste it.
All right, give me just a second.
Before you do that, Purifying Flames is my control spell, and I cannot be affected by any poison or disease. It is magically alchemized to be purified once I consume it.
Can you also not drink all of it that way?
I'm literally just dipping a finger into it. And I will say also, this is a poison that would not work for if one such poison exists. I would not be aware that it wouldn't work.
So, Riki, when you taste this, it has a notably metallic taste in the mouth. And the smell that is wafting off of it, it would be best described as the smell of burning air or ozone.
So, like sulfur?
Yes.
Excellent. So that Riki brain goes, "Oh, this is bad."
I should say it has a sulfurous smell to it, but it is not sulfur, just to let you know.
Right. I'm going to look to Devine. You need to find me a bucket. I'm going to have, Mai is her name? All right, sweetie. This is going to be a little weird, but just bear with me, okay? How is she doing, by the way? Is she getting worse?
She is staying at the same relative health. She's coughing a little bit every now and again, and little flecks of blood are coming out, but it's not progressing.
Okay. At that, I would like to begin casting Purifying Flame.
All right, race to the clock. So that is 1 willpower to start casting. And then you're going to start rolling me, I believe that it is intelligence and occult to start gathering sorceress motes.
Now, you might feel a little bit sick, but I'll make you feel better, okay? Don't be too concerned, but you might feel a little bit queasy, a little bit, warm all of a sudden, but you'll be okay. Trust me?
She gives you a nod.
Okay. Intelligence and occult, you said?
Yep. So what does Riki casting his first spell look like?
Excellent. So Riki sits his staff down calmly and kind of sits cross-legged next or in front of Mai, and takes both of his hands and combines them in not like a prayer motion, but like the fist against the open hand monk pose, and inhales a very big deep breath, and then slowly exhales, and does this over and over again. And as he breathes heavily like this, slowly the air and area around his chest and hands goes from just normal air to a very dull, the dullest red a metal can be when you heat it up. And the breathing gets not faster, but more continuous and more steady, kind of like you're stoking a flame. So it goes from dark red to a brighter red to a reddish orange to an orangish yellow, up until it is actually all white, like white hot. At this point, the breath is bellowing some sort of inner flame. And after one final breath, he takes the hand and it's not forceful or a shove, but it is certainly with much intent. Brings his hands outward and places them just below Mai's throat, right by the clavicle, and expels all that magic into her system.
Okay, well, let's see how long this takes. So I'm going to say that for the purposes of you gathering sorceress motes, I'm going to give you a 2-dot stunt. So that's going to be 2 extra dice and 1 auto success. So go ahead and roll that. Your target number is 20 sorceress motes. So we're going to start off with a 4. As you continue to gather sorceress motes, I'm going to say that for the purposes of this, you are considered to have those extra stunt dice for the rest of the rolls if you want to just see how long this takes.
Sure. Did Devine get a bucket for me?
Yeah, I was going to grab the bucket while you were gathering motes.
Gotcha.
Just didn't want to interrupt the scene.
Sounds good. 6 that time.
Okay, so you're at 10. You continue to gather motes.
7.
17. You're almost there.
Is she responding to this, or is it...
So the spell does not go off until you hit 20.
Ah, I see. Okay. 6.
So that is where it would hit. I'm going to roll and see how much damage that she takes during this time.
From the poison?
Yes.
Okay.
As you're gathering motes and as you're gathering sorceress motes around you, as the essence in the air is turning into that white hot flame, you can see that her coughing is beginning to rapidly deteriorate her. For a moment, she looks like that she is racked with a cough that sends her sprawling for a little bit before someone can grab her. When they do finally steady her, she lets out one final hard cough before you push the energy into her. And what happens?
As Riki extends the energy into her, he immediately after it goes, drops his hands and quickly gets the bucket and holds it right in front of him, in front of her. And you know that convulsion, that involuntary intestinal movement of your body telling itself to hurl, your stomach kind of twists itself into a knot to force something in one direction or another. After she grabs her stomach for a second and something is absorbed, there's a couple very, very rough convulsions before she just pukes out, I'm assuming, some very oddly colored wave of vomit into the bucket. Her body is literally forcing whatever she ingested that was poisonous, just purging itself of that entirely.
Magical ipecac.
It is well, you're not sure exactly what this word would mean, but it is a radioactively green fluid.
Nice.
But after that, after taking 3 health levels of damage, which is way more than most mortals ever want to take, she is hurt, but will make it.
Shit. That was my first time ever trying that on a person. It's just so the class knows. But it all worked out, I think.
She looks to you with a little bit of pain in her eyes because she is in pain, but there's a nod of thanks. And then we're going to swing over to what that Ellion found with those 11 successes while investigating the room. Ellion, you found, while going underneath the bed to grab that vial, your hand brushed over a safe.
Go on.
Oh, I didn't think that I need to go on. There's a safe under the bed. Like, inside the floor.
How easy is this bed to flip?
I don't know, what's your strength?
Currently, it's only 2.
If you're gonna flip the whole frame and everything, you might need someone else's help.
This is part of my strength training, is trying to flip a bed. Because that was one of the things that I put points into upping, but hasn't upped yet.
Oh, well then, by all means, let's see how strong that Ellion is if you want to give me a strength and athletics roll. Flip that bed for me.
This is going to be pitiful. Because my training time hasn't finished yet for it, so it's still at 2. It'll be at 3 eventually. Somehow I got 3 successes.
Look at that. Still better than a medicine roll by Tyler.
True shit.
With a little bit of effort, the averagely muscled form of Ellion bends down, lifts the bed, bed frame and all, and reveals to everyone a safe in the floor. As you all know this, because Ellion had investigated this earlier, Danik Sora's personal quarters in the brothel. I wonder what could be in there.
So you said it's built into the floor, right?
Yes.
What's the floor made of, Brendan?
The floor here is made of stone.
Can someone, before Balar does whatever he's planning to do to Danik, can you go see if we...
Or, you do have a master thief here.
I can take a look at it.
By all means.
While they're doing that, I'm just gonna make sure that Mai's I'm gonna get her some water and something to put over her head. Like a cold towel over her head or something to make sure she's not, super uncomfortable.
It's honestly pretty adorable to watch this this punk who stood up to Thanos take care of a young girl.
All right, this is when I need Zeke to crack the safe.
All right, I'm gonna go over and take a look at this safe. What kind of lock is on it again?
Looks like it's a number. God, my brain just kind of blanked on it.
Combination lock?
Yes.
Like a dial?
Yes, like a dial combination lock.
Like a school locker lock.
Exactly, except instead of only having 30 going around, it's got about 200.
All right, Brendan. I want to kind of look over the safe for a bit, and then Ferris is gonna look down and be like, "All right, Zeke, I need your help." I'm gonna have him come out, and Zeke has keen smell and hearing. Like, he's got good hearing and smell. I want him to put his ears up to the safe, and I'll also put mine up there. And I want to use nimble thief's fingers to try and pick the lock / break open the safe. And then having Zeke listening in, if there's a click, I want him to kind of let me, do a little chirp or something to let me know that there was a click, that just in case I missed something.
So are you having him roll the larceny roll, or are you?
I want to roll the larceny roll with help, with him being, support.
Alright then. Go ahead and roll your larceny roll, and if he'll be helping, I'll give you, with his keen nose, with his keen hearing, I will give you the benefit of the double 9s.
Okay, and then I'm also using Thief's Nimble Fingers,
which lets you re-roll 6s until they cease to appear. Fantastic. And since you're using Zeke to help you, I'll also give you an extra 2 dice for stunting. The difficulty, by the way, is going to be a 5.
And it's Dex and Larceny, or what?
Dex and Larceny.
So 4 plus the 1 automatic is 5 successes? Or no, you said it was a difficulty 5, right?
It's a difficulty 5. You needed 5 successes to open that up. Despite your best efforts, you and Zeke can't seem to...
What if I were to use my deep listening palm technique to help listen for that click that they're missing? Like that final setting tone that I'm guessing they're missing to push them over the edge.
If you spend the motes for it, I will give them the benefit of double 8s.
Yeah. So 5 notes and then a perception plus awareness on difficulty 3, because I'm guessing the safe is metal.
Yes, I would need you to get some. I would need you to get some successes on that.
Yeah.
I should have read my excellency, because I can add automatic successes to larceny rolls, but for some reason I didn't think it would work because the first part says can move effortlessly within criminal underworlds.
Oh no, that's just for any larceny roll. That's fine. That's why this is still Act 1. This is still training wheels time.
All right. So I'm gonna use 5 motes on that, and then 2 motes on precision observation method to add a single automatic success to it.
All right.
He's, noticing that his friends are struggling, Devine kind of walks over to the safe and kneels down next to them, placing his hand on the other side of the safe face from Zeke's ear, and just holds up a finger for quiet as he listens.
Please go ahead and roll that for me, Cody. I'll give you an extra 2 dice for that.
So that's 5 total successes.
All right, then. With 5 total successes, you are able to give Resh Ferris the benefit of double 8s, which would then move her successes from only 4 to a total of 6. While the safe was a little harder than you expected to crack, Ferris, with the help of the people in your gang, you are able to open it up. And inside is quite the haul. You might say that this might have been, at some point, this man's maybe life savings, or it's at least enough to buy a small house here. You all are welcome, as that you have finished the side quest for the weirdos in the brothel to add 3 million yen to the pool of money. I believe that should put you all at about 11.5 million.
Wow.
And if my calculations on everything are correct, that should put the group total towards the Act 1 goal of buying that story in the skyscraper at having you guys be at about 11.5 million. Technically, you can enter into the auction if you want now, since the starting bid is 9 mil. But if you guys want to just buy it outright, you got about a week to get another 4.5. No, 3.5. I'm sorry.
An auction is just gambling with extra steps, so you all know where my money's at.
So now that you have essentially robbed and, well, not murdered, but sent him downriver, whatever that Resh Balar ends up doing to this guy, you all have more money. And on top of that, Devine is now in charge, partially owns 3 properties. One of which he just asked his buddy Riki to get the people who don't work here out of there. Did you also want to gather the workers, Devine? I know that you had something planned.
Yeah. I was gonna do that once we had everything settled with the crime scene.
There's really nothing else to be found here. Is there anything else that you all want to do?
Not here. I eventually want to get my home when she's feeling up to it.
What do you think, Devine? Is this a thing that Ellion needs to know about?
I don't think, if you want, you're welcome to hang around. I'm just restructuring the business plan to be less exploitative of our employees.
Does Mai look like she's good to go, or does she look like she still needs a little bit of, like, mellowing out time?
After you all finish counting the money and Devine finished gathering people together, but before his talk to the new employees, she looks like that she can head home with your help.
Okay, Ellion's gonna look to Devine. Give me the Cliff Notes version later.
Can do.
As Ellion and Maya leave, and Riki's gonna like wave to Maya. She goes, "Don't be doing any backflips and nothing. Be careful now."
She smiles and waves back to you. She's very grateful for the help, but having to get up that much weird goop out of your system kind of does a number on your talk box.
That'd do.
And I'm also probably not glowing anymore, so we can just take a nice, leisurely, more stealthy route home.
So, you're not glowing, but I am. After getting Ellion and Mai on their way, Devine gathers everybody in, like, the main foyer and introduces himself. Evening, everyone. I'm your new, let's just say, me and my partners here will be taking a more hands-on approach in running this place. First off, can I get a show of hands? Who actually wants to be here?
There's a hesitancy as you ask this question. It sounds like it's the way that you phrase it, even with the best of intentions, sounds like a very loaded question.
Yeah, pretty much. I forgot. Sorry. We're not shitbags like they were. How many of you got conned into a contract that doesn't benefit you? And how many of you are just here because you enjoy the work?
More people than you would ever like to admit raise their hand at the first.
All right. Riki, you know how to write, right?
Dude, shut the hell. Yes, I know how to write.
All right. All of you are, if you raise your hand, you are free to go. You're released from your contract. See Riki and let him know how much money you were here to earn, how much money you were contracted to be paid that they conned you out of. And give us a name and where to find you, and then next coming weeks I'll do my best to get your contract paid out the way it should be fairly to you. Anybody who wants to hang around, we're going to be restructuring into away from that prostitution business. We're still going to be, taking advantage of these shady neckbeards who think they can buy a woman's company and make you like them with money. Because, they'll give up the money. But you're going to get paid fairly. And I'm not going to make you do anything you don't want to do. From this point forward, the Bountiful Bear is going to be rebranding into the Cordial Crane, the first hostess club in the Undermarket.
The people who had their contracts that were kind of there to screw them up, they stuck around to listen to what you have to say. One of them, who was probably about Mai's age, who Ellion actually met earlier, stands up and moves forward, and she looks to you and she goes, "Excuse me, sir, what the hell's a hostess club?"
So, you know how in the brothel, when the Johns come in, you kind of woo them and get them to like you before, taking them off to let them do whatever they paid for? Now they are just going to pay you to woo them and get them to like you and then not do anything else. And if they try anything else, Riki's going to break a finger for every time they try.
Yeah, when somebody says that they want to enjoy a lady's company, even though they really mean they want to be sleazy scumbags? This is just really they want company. They want to like talk to somebody and enjoy someone's company.
You're the young lady that with the singing voice, right?
Oh,
I think my friend showed me your contract that you really got some chords on you.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't been able to sing since my voice dropped.
Well, but do you still enjoy music?
I guess.
How would you feel about actually being paid fairly to be our lead hostess of a weekly karaoke competition to drum up business here?
I'm not going to say that her eyes light up just yet because there's obviously going to need to be some rolls that get made in a little bit.
Yeah.
But there are some other questions that need to be asked before I have you make any rolls for me.
Like, what the hell's a karaoke competition?
Oh, I think that they know what that is. Karaoke is ingrained in the soul of everyone. A few of the other people, because it is a brothel, it's not a sexist establishment. I will let you know there are actually more men here than there are women.
Oh, it's a host club then. We anybody here got experience with, fashion design?
A few people raise their hands.
Would you dare deny Desert Bloom the chance to fashion these people?
Oh, you're right. Good. You few, I'll be bringing over a friend of ours here soon. I would like y'all to, for your signing bonus, have you work with our compatriot in designing uniforms for everyone. We got to look good to bring in a higher standard of clientele than that mummy was letting through.
Yeah, she didn't always look like that. That's like a really recent thing.
Her outsides decided to match her insides, I guess.
What happened to her?
Well, she's not gonna be an issue anymore. I'm not gonna go into details. I know y'all can take the news, but she is no longer with us.
They nod. All right, Cody. For that big speech and everything, I'm gonna give you a $2 for a stunt. Is there any charms that you'd like to add into this? The difficulty for convincing these people to stay on and everything is going to kind of be a varied thing, but I will let you know that obviously the more successes that you get, the better the people will act and the better that they will essentially be loyal to you is the best way that I can put it.
What's it cost to auspicious first meeting attitude the whole room?
All your motes.
All my motes.
No, that would be, is that a socialize or a presence?
It is a socialize. It's a 5-mote, simple instant.
I'm going to say that I'm going to say that to do that with this roll, it is going to be a regular roll, but you're going to take a -3 die penalty. I'll look it up later, but I want to say that since it's an external penalty, it takes away from successes that you get, not dice.
Gotcha. So now the anima is starting to burn as Devine speaks with fervor about turning this establishment around and making it work for our employees rather than the benefits of one. And then going to use 4 motes on loquacious courtier technique to add 2 successes.
Okay, so that would be 3 successes automatically with the stunt dice that I gave you?
Yeah. And then 2 extra dice.
Yep. So even with the -3 penalty that I gave you, that's still 8 successes?
I believe so. Yeah, because your -3 was canceled out by my +3, so yeah, 8 total.
Outside of some of the people who were obviously too young to have been there or too, let's just say, broken, there's a few people who, a lot of the people here have been conned into these contracts, but a lot of them decided that with the change of establishment that they're going to stick it through. I mean, it's basically a free job. Why wouldn't they try it? There's only a few who walk out, and for good reason.
Yeah, that's reasonable. It was not a good place. I do not blame anybody for not wanting to continue with us. Just make sure you stop by with my buddy Riki, and, he'll make sure you get paid out for your contract. And I'm gonna hand him my 10,000 walking around yen to pay out anybody.
10,000 walking around money.
That'll have to be handled at a different time. The contracts will be more than that.
I also have 96,000 walking around yen. If that makes a difference. Or we can wait until we get our skyscraper settled.
Oh wait, I missed a 0. That's 100,000 walking around yen. But still, yeah.
You still want to wait until your game mission currently is get this much money.
Right.
Let's wait to pay out those contracts until that you have that, because this is on a time crunch. That isn't.
True.
So you get all of that settled, and that'll get we can figure out a way to settle that during downtime. But now you have a fairly full staff for the Cordial Crane, even enough people here to even give some people sick days when they want it.
Oh man, they get PTO.
Okay, so are there any other scenes that you guys would like to do tonight?
I don't know if it needs to be a scene, but I want to buy Minami's coffee.
So I had a question I was going to ask. The owner of the Shaved Yedam said that you were going to visit a cousin of hers. Is that who you killed?
Yeah.
We should probably go talk to her about that.
Yeah.
Oh, just so she knows that her cousin's doing dirty.
But she doesn't know her cousin's dead.
Yeah,
we should probably go do that.
She knows who went to talk to her cousin. She's not going to be surprised, but yeah.
But we should probably still go have the respect to tell her.
Yeah. You're right.
Okay, that sounds like a good... once you guys finish up that scene, that sounds like a good place to end it for the night. So you guys go... after speaking with everyone with the Cordial Crane now, you head back to the Shaved Yedam, where that you go through the area and go up into the offices where that Regara, Salon, and Moya are hanging out. Salon appears to be a little bit deeper into her drinks, as that she has pulled out a bottle of something with a label that I don't believe any of you can read, because I don't think that any of you guys know how to read whatever the equivalent. I don't think that any of you guys know how to read Low Realm.
Oh man, Britt and I do.
Low Realm, huh?
Yeah, I have Low Realm, Flame Tongue, and River Speak.
Fantastic, then. You can see that she is drinking from a bottle called the Empress's Red. It is a... you're not sure if there's any kind of dye in there, but it has the fiery red color to the drink that is very similar to Riki's anima when he gets mad. As you guys come in, Regara Salon looks at you and just goes, Devine, you're back. Man, today's been just absolutely just rocking. I cannot... Is that your buddy who fought Thanos with you? Yeah, it is. I cannot thank either of you enough for that. You guys are just like the guild people aren't coming around, but the people who hate the guild are coming around, and like they're coming here because they know that we hate the guild and they want to spend money with the people who hate the guild. It's great. It's probably going to come and bite us in the ass at some point, but it's great for right now.
Yeah, get your money now. When it bites us in the ass, we can bite back.
Yeah, we can. So, what's up?
We've,
got some news. Well, Devine has some news.
Yeah, I've got some news. We delivered that letter to your cousin, and...
Oh yeah? How's Sabrine doing?
Hey, Brendan, real quick. Is there another seat in this room?
Yeah, there's a few seats.
I want to take a seat.
Are you gonna, is it, do you like take like a chair? Do you like flip it around and like sit on it backwards?
Yeah, I make myself at home a little bit,
Do you do the Captain America thing where you're just like, so your cousin's dead.
No, I'm not gonna flip the chair around, but I am gonna like make myself at home a little bit and like take a seat.
So right now, I understand you're drinking the celebration wine. You got a bad news wine that you might want to trade out for, like something a little stronger?
I think I'm good. This is good wine.
Well,
Why you got bad news?
And we confirmed that we would... Well, no, we don't know that Sabrine's an anathema. We just know that she was something. Riki knows she's an anathema.
Oh, is that who that was?
Yeah.
Oh!
He outwardly mentioned anathema when he was talking about stuff. So he said something in regards to anathema with the situation. So it depends on if we can connect dots or not.
I can bring it up if need be.
Yeah. She didn't like going by her name anymore, and she was no longer your cousin Sabrine. She was something horrific and worse. And we had to put a creature down.
She looks to you suddenly very, very soberly and looks between the both of you and just kind of goes, "You killed my cousin?"
I'm pretty sure she was dead before we killed the thing that wasn't her anymore. What are those things called, Riki?
She had become an anathema, ma'am. Not much you can do about that, really.
She looks overcome by all of this for the moment, and she looks down, saddened by this. She kind of looks to Riki, and it's just like, you speak like you know about these things. Are you a monk?
No, not anymore. There was a time. I've seen the light, so to speak. I think differently now, but I remember my time there.
For what it's worth, Riki, the teachings about anathema, at least that you've seen in your lifetime here, have all been fairly true. Whenever that someone is taken by the spirits of anathema, those spirits basically fully possess them, and they are no longer themselves. They are taken over by an essence insanity, and what once was this woman's cousin, the moment that the anathema inhabited her body, is no more. At least that's how the monks have always taught it, and you've always seen that that's been the case.
Now, ma'am, I got into that way of life, that teaching, because I believed in a good they were trying to teach. Little did I know that they were not so good. But the light that I originally saw behind that, I still see it every now and again. And I see the dark of it every now and again too. I wish we could have done more, but I've never heard of anyone being able to come back from that. If I could have done something, I would have.
Riki, you know that the best thing to do for an anathema, no matter what kind, is to put it down as quickly as possible.
Right.
Though there is one thing that was kind of bothering you now that you're thinking about it. You've never seen or heard of one that had a mark on its forehead that bled. There's stories about sunlight and moonlight coming out of them. Even some stories about creatures that exhibited greater strengths of lesser gods, but never one that fucking bled.
I'm sure there's not really a relevant role to make about that, is there?
Not that anything would tell you.
I'll just keep it tucked away in the back.
She takes a minute to gather her thoughts on this, and after a little bit of reassurance, she is ready to let go of things. There's nothing to be done when the anathema strike. It's just the way that the world is. Is there anything else you guys would like to talk to Regara, Salon, or Moya about before we end?
Since we're on the topic, I, as a member of this community, I'd like to extend my services to you as a business owner. I know I come across as a very brash individual. I get that a lot, kind of a punk, so I hear, and I am, to be fair. But also, this is my home, and my services are available if needed. Please don't hesitate to reach out.
Noted. If I ever need a monk, or an ex-monk, I should say, who can exercise some spirits for me or bop some people on the head for me, I'll give you a ring.
I like the term street exorcist. Has a good ring to it.
We'll have to come up with we'll have to workshop a better title.
You're the boss.
Oh, I most certainly am not. I'm a business partner with Devine here.
Oh, well, he's certainly not my boss, so...
You'll admit it one day. It's fine. In other news, the Bountiful Bear is now rebranding as the Cordial Crane. We're going to be a host club that serves iced coffee and karaoke once a week. Drum up business, still get the same type of desperate guy, but a little less shady in there. And hopefully it works out for the best, and, we're not taking advantage of people anymore.
She nods and thinks about what you said for a moment and seems to agree with it before she takes a very deep sip from her drink and then looks to you and says, all right, then that sounds good, I guess, but I got one question for you, Devine. What the fuck's a host club?
Thank you all for taking the time to enjoy our show. If you liked what you heard, why not give us a follow on Twitter for more updates as to when we'll be releasing episodes. You can also give us a like or review on your podcast app of choice. Just a few quick button clicks and you can help us defeat the dreaded algorithm boss. The theme song for this game was Main Theme by Alexander Nakarada, copyright 2019, used under a Creative Commons license. And hey, for making it this far, I saw that cool thing you did, so have some stunt dice. All right, recording has started back up. Ellion, your cue is, you just found out that Danik Sora is lying to you.
God, I'm picking up Riki. Need to stop that.
Hey!
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that was it, because I know that in that pinned post you'd actually linked you'd linked it to the horse one.
No, I picked up Purifying Flame.
She points to a vial that in the fray got kicked under a... Actually, no, I'm going to wait for Christina to... I'm going to edit this out. I'm going to wait for Christina to make her rolls, and I can see that she finds it. Because that is, literally her fucking deal.
Oh. Give me a second to reread the spell so I can give another description.
All right, then. Let me just pull up Zeke's character sheet real quick.
Because he's got the keen nose and, like, the smell and hearing, and then he also has Tiny Thief, which is for larceny rolls.
So, Brendan, real quick, while she's figuring that out and rolling it, I forgot about a thing for my investigation roll, and that's I get to re-roll 6s until they cease to appear, so I get to roll 2 more dice on that investigation.
Well, please then, by all means, let's figure out exactly how much more of a rousing success that you got.
No more, but it could have been a thing.
Get through that.
Did I have to meet 5 or beat 5?
It has to meet 5.
I got 5 because I got the 3 and then the 1 from the rerolls, and I got 1 automatic.
Where did you get the auto? Is the automatic from?
Didn't you say it was a stunt?
I said it was a 1-dot stunt.
Gotcha. Okay, Christina and I both heard 2 at first, so.
Hostess Club in the Undermarket.
You motherfucker.
Brendan is cackling in the living room.
Like, he's losing his shit out there.
Boot up the karaoke machines, boy.
Well, I was waiting.
Oh, that's next.
I was waiting to be like, he better rename this place if he's rebranding it. I'm just interested to see what he changes it to.
Brendan, would the term "she was possessed by an anathema" be accurate, or how would I say what happened to her intelligently? Because I don't know, but Riki knows.
You would say that she became an anathema. I think that's where we can cut it for the night.
Wait. Funny you should ask. And then cut.
Okay.